My name is Jim Gollub, and I'm an economic therapist. I work with regions all over the world on how to transform their economies, how to help markets work better. One of the things that's happened since this spring is we have been receiving contacts from metropolitan regions in different parts of the U.S. about how to engineer their economic recovery post-COVID. In the course of doing that, we've been telling people to avoid replicating the old-style economic planning that is so characteristic of so many regions. We are offering them an approach that we've developed over the decades that we've worked and have proven to be effective. They have certain principles, and the fundamental is to treat the region like it's a holding company of its citizens, to focus on the idea of generating a sustainable, equitable, and economically diverse economy. We have 4 principles that we've developed, proven, put to work in places from Silicon Valley to New York, to Baton Rouge, to Bangalore, to Hong Kong, all over the place, that use these simple ways of looking at the economy that work. First, you have to think regionally. No one cares about political boundaries. Second, you have to focus on building these clusters. These clusters are groups of industries that generate high multipliers for your economy. You need to have them. Third, you need to have advantages and inputs that are used by each one of those engines of your economy. And fourth, you need to have the ability to collaborate in order to grow and create opportunity. We put those to work very effectively in lots of places. We found that there's steps that can be taken by any region to make that work, to use those principles, make them successful. The first step is to mobilize. You have to have stakeholders ready to work together, or you can't do anything. You have to convene the marketplace, and that's not easy. The second step is to do a diagnosis, or to analyze, to show why an economy works or doesn't work, compared to other regions and compared to over time. The third is to catalyze. You convene the marketplace, as we said, and bring people together cluster by cluster, the whole value chain in a room, and help them understand supply and demand realities to grow their economy, how to align input advantages with output. The fourth stage is to realize, to find out if you aggregate up from each of the clusters their needs and actions, you actually find a set of priorities for the whole region, a rising tide that raises all boats. We call those flagships. They can be catalytic to open new doors, or they also can be legacy to change or solve a problem that's been around for a long time. The fifth stage is actualize. Here you have to have a partnership in place of a new kind, not a public agency, but a collaborative entity that convenes the marketplace with a matrix structure where you have on one side all the industries, delegates, teams, whatever you want to call them, and on the other side you have all the input providers. That dialogue, which we've seen work so well in other places, gets away from politics, and it gets away from the solipsistic way of companies thinking about their own interests. It convenes the marketplace in a very important way. We think that California could use this approach very effectively to help recover from the COVID-19 impacts, but they have to think in a different way. We propose that California help co-fund every metropolitan region in California to do a collaborative bottom-up economic strategy that is not based on policy, it's based on markets. We believe that if the state helps fund those, then it can also take the next step, which is to create a block grant program that will give the people who completed successful collaborative solutions for their economic challenges, not just a readiness to commit, but actually made financial commitments. They can take it forward with the leverage of the state money. This is the key to building a next generation economy. It's not about silos of interest. It's about collaborative actions where the market changes behavior and does so on an ongoing basis, using existing resources in new ways. So if you'd like to learn more about this, we have reports, we have presentations, and we'd love to speak with you.